Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today, I am going to read out an obituary by Atheist Center to a veteran freedom fighter, atheist social reformer, and a human rights defender, Sri Rauri Arjuna Rao garu, who is no more. Rauri Arjuna Rao, a veteran freedom fighter, atheist social reformer, human rights activist, and a Gandhian social worker, and Gora and Saraswati Gora's eldest son-in-law, passed away on December 25th, 2022 yesterday at 1:30 hours at the age of 105 in Hyderabad, Telangana state. Born to Venkamma and Rauri Garataya on February 15, 1917 in a remote village, Vanapamula in Krishna district, Andhra Pradesh. Life was not easy for Arjuna Rao as he was born in the lowest rung of the social ladder. He studied up to 7th standard in Vuyuru CBM school. He used to stay in the house of his schoolmaster B. Israel while studying 8th standard at Totlavalluru. It is 5 kilometers from Vuyuru. A brief encounter with freedom fighter Tota Narsaya at an early age prompted Arjuna Rao to start wearing khadi clothes. On one occasion, Arjuna Rao witnessed a conversation between his teacher Israel and Tota Narsaya in which Israel exclaimed, "People state freedom, nationalism, equality, and that all children are of God. However, when it comes to practice, people don't allow us to pitch drinking water from the well and you call us untouchables. When it comes to us, why is there such a huge gap between preaching and practicing?" Then immediately Narsaya replied, "Will you feed me in your house now?" Israel immediately took him to his house and Narsaya first fed food to Israel and Israel reciprocated. The villagers also followed intercaste dining. This reformist event further awakened Arjuna Rao. In 1940, Arjuna Rao completed higher grade. Meanwhile, in April 1940, Gora resigned from the Machilipatnam village as a botany lecturer as his atheistic views were constantly being challenged by the college administration. Anne Anjaya invited Gora and his family to shift to Mudunuru, Krishna district. Arjuna Rao met Gora in 1941 at Mudunuru village in Krishna district. He admired Gora for his atheist philosophy and was anxious to learn more about his atheism in action. Arjuna Rao was introduced to Gora by freedom fighter Anne Anjaya. Later, he joined the adult education center started by Gora at Mudunuru. Attracted by the atheistic ideology of Gora, Arjuna Rao became his ardent follower. In the course of Gora's lectures, Arjuna Rao accompanied in his extensive tours. His main theme was outright condemnation of the karma theory, that is, the Hindu fatalistic attitude to life and its division into watertight compartments of castes. Arjuna Rao always used to say that they are all man-made and hence man could remake and remold the social order based on equality, justice and liberty. Gora's continued reformation work further inspired Arjuna Rao and he actively participated in them. One such situation was Gora renaming the villages which carried untouchable connotation. He changed the name of Malapalli Madigagudam to Dosarpalam and another to Turpupalam. Until today, the changed names are in vogue, denoting the villages accepting the reformation. Gora's practical action attracted many villagers from the lowest rung of the social ladder to visit him and be part of the movement, which they hope will benefit their lives towards a casteless society based on equality. The education programs further attracted youth. On February 28, 1941, Arjuna Rao witnessed Gora organizing a casteless marriage in Kanumuru village, which was presided by well-known poet Tripuraneni Ramaswamy. Arjuna Rao's involvement for the upliftment of the villagers made Gora to make him an important social worker of Atheist Center. This was the turning point in the life of Arjuna Rao when he decided to make eradication of caste as his life mission. Arjuna Rao exclaimed that more than Gandhi, Gora took reformation work to eradicate caste system and uplift the untouchable community. I was attracted to intercaste and casteless marriages, cosmopolitan dinners, breaking the barriers of caste through adult education, awareness programs, and practical action. As Arjuna Rao could not undertake any formal schooling and spent most of his early life in an untouchable slum, he went to Mudunuru and joined the adult education school at Atheist Center. It was run by Gora, who taught the elementary principles of many subjects. There were about 100 of them from the lowest rung of the social ladder. The school was later wound up in 1942 when Gora, with many followers like Arjuna Rao, were quoted imprisonment in the Quit India movement. He shared that, "I was influenced by Tota Narsaya, who responded to Gandhiji's call to boycott foreign clothes and have decided to make wearing khadi as a life mission." Along with Gora, Arjuna Rao participated in Quit India movement and was imprisoned for 16 months in Alipuram camp jail near Bellary in March 1943. Other prominent atheists who were jailed included Dasu Ramaswamy, Appikatla Joseph and Kana. In the prison, they were called the Atheist group. Arjuna Rao shared that the police used to beat us when we refused to state our caste and religion. We did not oblige. We were casteless and religionless. We stood firm on our commitment to fight caste system as it is a bane to progress. We all are humans and need to be treated as humans. Gora's eldest daughter Manorama was also jailed for 6 months during the Quit India movement along with her mother Saraswati Gora. In 1946, Gandhiji announced in his Harijan magazine that he would conduct the marriages in his Sevagram ashram only if it were intercaste. Gora wrote to Gandhi about his willingness that his daughter would marry Arjuna Rao to break the social barriers by marrying casteless. Arjuna Rao said, "I had no education, rank, or property. This proposal enhanced my respect for Gora. I believe that Gora went beyond Mahatma Gandhi in implementing the program for the removal of untouchability. I was elated to be part of the reform, the change we wanted to make in the society and inspire the generations to come." Gora's programs impacted Gandhi in his effort to uplift the Harijans. Surprised by the decision, Gandhi asked Gora to bring Arjuna Rao and Manorama to Madras during his visit in 1945. Gandhiji instructed Bulsu Sambamurthy to inquire whether Manorama voluntarily came forward for the marriage or she was coerced by her family members. Though Arjuna Rao and Manorama asserted that it was their voluntary choice, Gandhiji wanted them to postpone the marriage for 2 years since it was a course-changing marriage. Arjuna Rao was sent to Sevagram Ashram and Manorama to Kasturba Center at Sita Nagaram near Rajahmundry. Arjuna Rao remembers, "Gandhi agreed to perform our wedding in the name of truth with no mention of God or religion. He was willing to change self to stand as an example, and the source of the change was Gora. Gandhi wanted to test our willpower. I was made to undertake programs in Gandhi Ashram to strengthen my thinking. I had 3 inspiring conversations with Gandhiji. At the same time, Manorama was stationed at Sitanagaram and also at Bobbili, wherein she was got trained in khadi making, weaving, embroidery and nursing. Gandhi wanted to conduct the marriage personally in the name of truth, but could not do so since he was assassinated in 1948. However, the marriage was conducted by the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru at Sevagram in the presence of Thakkar Bapa, Jay Prakash Narayan, Arya Nayakam, Prabhakarji and Vinoba Bhave. It was the first reformist marriage in which the couple affirmed in the name of truth. Since in 1948, Arjuna Rao has been closely associated in all the activities of Gora, including the conduct of intercaste marriages, dispelling superstitions, education programs, village empowerment initiatives, among others. He took up the active program of conducting mass cosmopolitan intercaste dinners for fighting against caste system. He attended those dinners and as an activist organized them. To inculcate the spirit of scientific outlook in his village, Vanapamla, he also walked on fire and exploited the superstitious myth. People became bold and walked with him on fire. Arjuna Rao and Gora, in their efforts to build critical thinking among villagers, undertook many programs. There was another interesting incident in a village. A palm tree used to move a little bit, that is, rise and fall, with the sunrise and sunset. A few people exploited this unusual phenomenon by attracting people to worship the tree. Gora explained it away by saying that the moth-eaten roots of the tree were affected by lack of water underground. Hence, the trees inclined towards the ground during the daytime and rose up again in the evening at night as the moisture underground increased. This rational explanation offered by Gora convinced the villagers and they ceased to worship it anymore. Arjuna Rao stated that some people tempted me to give up atheism and adopt the Atheism label. I believe in castelessness and so I rejected an offer by the Congress party for contesting a reserved seat in elections in 1952. If a general seat was offered, the matter would have been different. He further stated that to bring change in the society, it should start from home. When my children grew up, I did not fill up the caste and religion columns for admission into educational institutions. All my 5 children, Milau, Chonau, Sadik, Power, and Suez, grew up atheistically. I am compromising on this issue of castelessness. My entire family took part in all active programs initiated by Gora. All of us strive for the creation of a casteless society where human values count the most. Inspired by Arjuna Rao and Manorama's life commitment, their children and grandchildren started Manorama and Arjuna Rao Rauvuri Public Utility Trust, that is MARPU, through which education, livelihood, health, child and human rights and empowerment programs are being undertaken in close collaboration with the government of Andhra Pradesh, reaching to the most marginalized children and communities. Arjuna Rao's humble social reform work received recognition from both the state and national governments, organizations, and the civil society. He was felicitated many a time for his human service above self to build a casteless society and for the freedom of the country. On the eve of 75th anniversary of the Quit India movement, the Honorable President of India, Ramnath Kovind, specially recognized his service. All our generation of Gora family have fond memories of Arjuna Rao. We fondly called him Tata. We always witnessed his impeccable memory even when he was 100 plus years old. His conversations were always about having a stand and commitment to fight against caste and religion system and discrimination so that all humans are treated equal. He lived a life of simplicity, man of word and deed, humbleness, humanness, clarity of thought and action, and a strong will to bring change in the society. He affirmed the need to practice before one preaches. His 105 years of life is lived to the fullest by sowing seeds of wisdom and inspiring generations to promote equality and dignity. We wish that his life message continues to inspire many to work towards a society free from discrimination and inequality. Arjuna Rao breathed his last on December 25, 2022 in Hyderabad. He is survived by his wife and freedom fighter Manorama, 93 years, and 4 sons, Milau, Chonau, Sadik and Power, and a daughter Suez, and his grand and great-grandchildren. Arjuna Rao's body was shifted to Vijayawada and his cremation was done at Vijayawada. Jai Insan.